How sick of a job do we have that we get to interview, build relationships with, and learn from the brightest in their field. Provide value to them by helping them solve their problem, which is to create content and to build their brands, and we get paid to do it. It's our job. That's why I'm a big proponent of the path of content strategist and the company that we're building with Notus. That's a bit of the game we're playing and what we're also trying to learn and balance, to meet cool people, to create content while at it. And if it also turns into an actual project, well, that's the cherry on top in it. Yeah.
We had situations in which it got a bit messy and also a bit dangerous kind of, because we were not used to building stores by ourselves. So at the beginning there were situations which were a bit difficult. You keep it, loving you keep it.
So today we went live with our recent client, very interesting one because he already has 55k followers. So the goal is here to squeeze out the last couple of percentages of what his personal brand can be capable of. And the post went really, really well. So even though he already has an established personal brand, he wants to spend less time on prepping his content, but also refining his strategy. And that's why he's working with us, Notus. This is my life right now.
Digga, da kommen insane Partnerships noch durch.
The only thing I always hear from Selim is me.
Hast du geschrieben? Ja. Letzte Woche. Was hast du geschrieben?
Hello, everybody. I am very happy that we are having this session today with somebody like Marvin.
Hello, everyone. So it's a great pleasure to talk to you all, and I'll make sure to connect with you all as well. After the session, we have exactly 1 hour blocked in the calendar, so I want to make sure that we use that time to the maximum. Workshop auch 40, keine Kameras an. All right, To the Swiss begins. Wrapped up the workshop, and now we're heading to Zurich City Center for in-person meeting with some absolute legends in the medical space and PR communication space. Then we're gonna meet with an absolute legend in the Gen Z communication space, Joe from zeam HQ. And then we got a dinner coming up with the CEO of a huge AI company from Switzerland. So let's get it.
Alright, little update from the backseat here. We're in the Uber. 2 top voices in 1 car, so a lot of shareholder value and also just LinkedIn value in 1 car. We're on the way to Zurich City now from our base Atoll, meeting new partners. Can't spoil too much for now, but I can give you a quick breakdown of the day so far. We woke up and we had a little outreach session, Vicky and I together. That was quite successful. After Marvin actually hosted a workshop, an unlock workshop for one of our partners or clients. I think at times there were over 40 people in there. One of those corporate meetings where people actually turn off their cameras when they join. So Marvin was speaking to a black wall, but at least they were engaged in the chat. So I was actually quite happy with Marvin's performance. I didn't debrief with you. Were you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it was a great workshop. And now the Tour de Suisse starts. Late night probably tonight. And then tomorrow, early start with Swisscom at 9 a.m. in their headquarters. So, yeah.
First meeting check. Very interesting conversation around healthcare, life sciences, and the world of physicians and how they think about LinkedIn, personal branding, marketing overall. All this we covered and talked about what are the opportunities here, what's their take on our agency offering and where could we perhaps collaborate, whether it's through training or just through shared service offerings to provide value to healthcare. Now we're at Talackerstraße in front of Flex office, close to Paradeplatz, which hosts none other than
Zeam, Jo Dietrich, the myth, the legend.
the man. Alright, it's 6:30 p.m. Haven't eaten anything yet. Wrapped up a meeting. We have another one coming up in 30. And we need a snack. So we're gonna go to our favorite bowl place.
I don't need no doctor to be watching over me, telling me which place to be. Take my pills and drink my tea.
Alright, party people. Done with day one, 3 in-person meetings. After a little co-working session in the morning, we made our way to Zurich City and we just wrapped up our last meeting with a very eccentric founder.
A very interesting founder.
Interesting, I would say eccentric, but in a positive way. It was very refreshing for me to talk with a mad scientist from the AI space.
Yeah, that's
in a
accurate.
positive, funny way.
I mean, I think it's an interesting balance with our mission of just talking to the smartest people here in Switzerland, who could, of course, become also clients, but at the same time also just friends and interesting people to learn from. I think in this case we found the right balance where we hadn't known him before and he could be a cool client that we could drive a lot of value for, but at the same time we're not going to push for anything like that, and we want to just have a good time and at the very least make a new friend or a new connection. And I think we got exactly that. It was very insightful. It was refreshing to, as Selim said, also hear maybe or talk to someone who doesn't sugarcoat stuff and is quite direct, who also at the same time sees the value in what we do, asks good questions as well, has a ton of technical knowledge around artificial intelligence, has been building in this space for many years and has a multi-8-figure business in that space based in Switzerland. And to see that he's bullish on our business case and he's actually interested in our services, that's kind of also the interesting thing. At the end of the meeting, he also expressed that he is interested in maybe testing something with us because he sees the value and he finds it cool. So that's a bit of the game we're playing, and what we're also trying to learn and balance is to meet cool people, to create content while at it. And if it also turns into a actual project, well, that's a cherry on top in it. Good morning, my friends, and hello from Swisscom offices. Pfingststraße, today with Felix Wunderer, who we've been working with for over 2 years now. We started working with him because we've been working with Omar Bouman for over 4 years now, still working with him. So I've been in this place quite a few times to take pictures and catch up with these two guys, so be good. Got Luca Meyer in the building to take pictures and maybe some clips at some point. Welche Stellenwert spielt denn LinkedIn für dich in der Kommunikation, oder wie hat sich vielleicht auch deine Sicht auf LinkedIn als Tool verändert?
LinkedIn ist für mich ein wichtiges Instrumentarium, um in die Audience hinein zu transportieren, dass Swisscom nicht nur Connectivity, also Vernetz- oder Telekommunikationsanbieter ist, sondern auch die Möglichkeit hat, ganze Lösungen für Kunden zu realisieren.
Hat sich da was verändert, seit du jetzt aktiv geworden bist? Oder wie lange, du postest, glaube ich, 2 Jahre aktiv. Was sind so die Benefits, die du gespürt hast oder Dinge, die dich überrascht haben?
Im Wesentlichen sieht man, dass man eine Menge an Anfragen bekommt hinsichtlich der Leistungen, die man anbietet, sei es von Kunden, aber eben ganz viel auch von Partnern, die natürlich einerseits ihre eigenen Lösungen gerne wiederum an uns vermarkten möchten, gleichzeitig aber auch Partnermöglichkeiten anfragen. Insofern ist das eigentlich eine schöne Möglichkeit, wie gesagt, eine relativ leichte Exposure, sei es in der Schweiz, aber auch darüber hinaus zu bekommen. Das heißt, gerade natürlich im deutschsprachigen Umfeld bekommt man da relativ schnell dann eine entsprechende Audience.
Wie war es für dich, mit uns zu arbeiten? Wie lief das für dich?
Ja, auf jeden Fall sehr professionell. Ich meine, ihr kennt das Metier, ihr kennt die Mechanismen, ihr kennt den Algorithmus. Und insofern ist es sehr hilfreich, einerseits natürlich den Content professionell aufgearbeitet zu bekommen, aber auch gleichzeitig eben die richtigen Ausspielmechanismen leveragen zu können. Plus natürlich auch solche Video- und Fotoproduktionen professionell dann realisieren zu können, was sonst im Standalone-Verfahren etwas aufwendiger oder auch nicht zu leisten ist.
Das heißt vor allem Expertise und dann irgendwie Zeitersparnis. Sind das so die größten Benefits für dich?
Definitiv.
All right, my friends, we just wrapped up our first client visit of today with Felix from Swisscom. Couldn't have gone better in my opinion. We tried to combine multiple things into one visit. First and foremost, from my perspective, it's about catching up with the client, spending some time in person, not only, sending an email update every couple of weeks or months. Especially for me, as the CEO of Notus, the agency, I don't personally involve myself into most of the projects on a day-to-day basis. It's an irregular check-in or a visit such as this one, which I try to do at least once per quarter to meet as many people as possible. And so that's my main intention, but we also, of course, are working with people that hire us to build their personal brands, to manage their personal brands. That's why we combine it with bringing Luca, our head of production, to take pictures and even do an in-person content call. So today we got dozens of images that we can use for Felix's content. And then we also set up the camera and did like an in-person content call, which is what we usually do remotely. So the content calls are the bi-weekly. That's what most clients do with us, bi-weekly interviews that we host remotely, so through Riverside, where we ask them questions that we predefined based on their content strategy, but we also let them share updates about what's happening in the business. That's how we always and consistently collect fresh input in the form of video recordings and transcripts that we can turn into ghostwritten LinkedIn posts or video snippets. And so whenever we meet someone in person, the opportunity there is to do such a content call, but to have much better video quality. And I'm very bullish on video content because it creates more trust than if you just read a text post. We've talked about the levels of trust in a previous video, so I'm not going to repeat that now. So that was the third piece to it. We did relationship check-in and catch up with client. We take images to fill up the content library, and we film an in-person content call for video snippets. And we even collect a testimonial, in this case, where he gave us a shout out and thanked us on camera for the great collaboration. We took pictures together, which I can turn into a LinkedIn post talking about our collaboration. And that's just a cherry on top, right? So perfect visit and a great way to very organically capture behind the scenes content for Notus as an agency, right? To show you all that we are not just some online gurus selling get rich quick schemes, but actually we're trying to build the #1 personal branding agency for the brightest, best in their field. Now, off to the next meeting with Christian Dorer from Migros. Pretty much 3 months into the collab, and we're gonna have lunch, catch up, and see if we can also do the same thing as we did before, take some pictures, film a little video content, maybe even get a shout out. We'll see, since this is a lunch setting, not a photo shoot at the office type visit. Any takeaways, any comments from Luca Meyer?
It's a lot of fun. First of all, I get to meet all the clients myself, which is really good to also get like the context and whatever they're doing and what they stand for and what they like and don't like. But then also I think it's an amazing format where we use the time as productive as possible, where we only spend like 2 hours, but then there's so much output. You got to do your sales stuff, I can create content, you can do some networking, so I feel like it's maxed out time management in that case. So super stoked, especially for tomorrow, because that's my hometown.
Oh, true. Tomorrow, Lucerne takeover. Vicky, anything you want to add to the mix?
For me, it's just very exciting to finally meet the people that I've been constantly either following on LinkedIn or reading case studies about. So understanding their industries, their take on personal branding or their take on LinkedIn as well. So the questions that you've asked were also really good in the end to understand where they're coming from. But that was just 1 out of 4 that we're going to meet today. So exciting.
My final comment here is, how sick of a job do we have that we get to interview, build relationships with, and learn from the brightest in their field. We just talked to the head of IoT of Swisscom, which is one of the biggest companies in Switzerland. And so I get to ask him questions on how he leads his team, what he actually sells to his clients. I get to observe how he articulates his thoughts and how he communicates those answers. And I also become friends with him in the process. And now we're heading to meet with the head of communication of arguably the biggest brand of Switzerland, most well-known brand, Micro. And we are friends with him. We get to ask him how he thinks about the communication landscape, what it's like to go from working as a journalist and running the biggest newspaper in Switzerland to now moving to the client side and running communications for a huge brand. And we get to just sit down with a friend and we get to learn from him, feed our curiosity, provide value to them by helping them solve their problem, which is to create content and to build their brands, which helps them to drive more visibility and revenue for the businesses that they represent. And we get paid to do it. It's our job. That's why I'm a big proponent of the path of the content strategist and the company that we're building with Notus. And we'll see what it develops into, but that's at the heart of it all. Can you recognize? I'm my friends. Meet up with Microdan. Now heading to our favorite co-working cafe, which we also get to use to take some pictures with the next partner we're meeting. What's up, my friends? Here with my dear friend Delano, the one and only, at the Kaisin HQ. So not just the restaurant over there, but actually their office too. The first ever Kaisin, how did that work?
This was actually a pop-up situation at Europale.
Yeah.
We did that together with Feldschlösschen back then, and we got the opportunity to just have the lunch service corner, and we just thought, let's serve pokeballs and sushi burritos. And this is actually where it started. We did a proof of concept. It actually worked out pretty well. Now we have 11 stores. We're just opening 2 new locations, one in Basel and one in Lucerne. And now we try to also tackle the French-speaking part of Switzerland. We're already in touch with potential locations.
So for the first 3 to 5 years, you were bootstrapping, renting out or renting space, doing rev shares to kind of stay afloat?
First 3 years, I would say, 3-4 years. And then we started converting actually those store-in-store concepts into own stores. Like we were looking for potential locations around these store-in-store locations. So we closed down the store-in-store and opened our own location. So we had situations in which it got a bit messy and also a bit dangerous kind of, because we were not used to building stores by ourselves. So at the beginning, there were situations which were a bit difficult. Like when we built Talocker, we financed all by ourselves, and at the end we didn't have any money left. So we actually had to get in touch with all the carpenters or people who actually built the store, and we told them, hey, we are not able to pay. So this was actually a bit of a difficult situation. But since we have a lot of very good relationships to all our partners, we were able to pay it over time. And then we started actually growing. I mean, you learn from those things, right? Yeah. Still we do. So we really focus on really serve the best bowls in the end, and the drinks, like no alcohol, but really like focusing on this healthy, quick lunch spot, even dinner after workout or,
He says he kind of used to say, he doesn't want to create too much content, la la la.
Yeah, I have to do more. That's I actually also want to increase again, like with the social media manager. Let's see who can take it over, because I'm not so good in like sit down and start. Sometimes the moment catches me, but I also want to create more content, maybe also on Instagram or wherever. Yes.
Why do you think now is time for you to do more content?
Because I see potential in like tell your story, inspire people, show their what's possible without like with nothing kind of, but also like to deliver a bit the story, to take them on the trip and to show what's our day-to-day life, because I feel like it's super interesting. But we changed a lot, like also over here, also here, like the whole Adidas area, I guess, like way brighter.
Very co-working friendly, at least the vibe. Are you co-working friendly?
No.
No?
You can always come.
Promise?
Yes, sure.
All right. Quick update.
I mean, you tell me, you were talking with Delano for like 45 minutes straight while we were waiting, like your assistants.
That's how you felt?
No, I enjoyed it a lot. Also working from the kaisin office while we had kaisin food yesterday was like a full circle moment in just 24 hours.
Incredible. And what did you work on?
A mix of replying to a lot of emails and cutting content.
And you, Selim?
Selim forgot his laptop, so he tried to meditate and then he was just disturbing me while working.
Tried to meditate. I meditated.
You forgot your laptop?
My laptop was in the car.
Terminal 5 with an LV duffel and slow and remark. Back then checky and slider, now I do suit with a loaf and E-class chauffeur. My face on a magazine poster, so I'm outside even when I'm at home. My name got hot like heat on the stove and my face got baked cause I traveled that globe. If I could go swap lives with anyone, I wouldn't swap lives with anyone. I ain't drinking Hennessy no more, now I just chill with tea like...
Touchdown in Lucerne. First meeting of the day with finpension.
Just come back from an excursion, see it online, had to run it in person. They know say I'm no days off, but the tape done, so I'm on holiday working. I booked me a 3-hour flight I can rest through, and now I got my sandals in sand. But I know nothing beats a jet to.
Alright my friends, we just wrapped up a little catch up and photo shoot with finpension. Was great. Shout out Beat and Ivo. Thank you for having us. And I mean, these guys are building a bank. And they're already a huge pension option provider for people in Switzerland. I think they have over 60,000 customers. And now they're in the process of becoming an actual Swiss bank. All the chances that come with that, all the lessons and insights, we get to help them articulate them and share them with the world through LinkedIn. And at the same time, we also get to learn and connect with them personally. So it was great. And now we're strolling through beautiful Lucerne for our second meeting of the day. Kevin Kuhn from gopf. We've been helping him with his LinkedIn presence for I think over half a year now. Awesome guy. I haven't met him in person yet, so looking forward to finally doing that. Take pictures, film some content, get some feedback. Hopefully eat some lunch, maybe. Fingers crossed.
This is Kevin, and I would love to give you a quick tour through our office. This is a temporary space, the Schlössli pop-up, and I would like to show you a few insights. Here you see our name is, by the way, how we are spelled, G-O-P-F, gopf. So this is our office space where we have our flex desk. Here we can work, and our coding and building are the future technology that we're working on. And we are currently 4 people working here, and all the rest is other co-workers that we have from different companies that are supporting us in our journey. This is the place where I spend most of my time. It's taking calls, making calls, and discussing about what to build next.
All right, so we're here at gopf with a lovely team surrounding Kevin Kuhn, and we had nice lunch, took pictures, caught up on things. And now Vicky and Luca are filming some videos with Kevin. So they're doing like an in-person content call, interviewing him with the goal to just generate good video content and some nice videos that they can use for LinkedIn perhaps. So that's what they're up to. And I have a sales call now. So I'm taking a sales call here outside in the sun with a guy that I've scheduled a call with like 2 weeks ago. Curious to see what he has to say. Very strong background, built multi 8-figure businesses, and curious to hear why he reached out. Wie geht's? Hello, hello. Hi. Yes. Genau gleiche Fragestellung oder Agenda hatte ich auch an dich gerichtet. Also would love to learn more about you. Bye bye. Ciao.
So today we're on the customer success tour in Lucerne, my hometown. So I'm definitely biased, but I would say the most beautiful city in Switzerland. It's pretty small compared to Zurich, but then like it's pretty famous for like tourists. So a lot of people come here. So a lot of people say it feels like a bigger city than it actually is, because it has like a lot of cultural events and concerts and stuff like that. And since 2026, it's the lowest tax for companies. So I guess Lucerne is heading to become more of like a business capital of Switzerland, which is really cool. And yeah, I mean, Lake Lucerne, stunning, the mountains.
Surrounded by mountains, eh?
The last city before the Alps. That's what we say.
10 whole years we waited for him to be someone new. Things are changing. Why would you wait? Take the ring off and move.
My friends wrapped up with Jaywalker and Stu. It was great. Absolute lovely team. I finally met some of the team members who I hadn't met yet, because for context, what we're doing with Jaywalker and Stu is originally we just started with helping them and their CEO and founder Sam to build his brand on LinkedIn. So you could say founder-led marketing, person branding for the CEO and founder. Former CEO, he now got 2 co-CEOs who run the operational side of the business. So originally it started as a done for you, rebuild your founder brand, your founder-led marketing on LinkedIn with Stu and Sam as the face. And then we validated that LinkedIn is actually a great tool for Stu to reach both the cantonal banks as well as partners who could implement their cashback system. And so with the validation through Sam's founder profile and how valuable his LinkedIn presence became, he wanted to expand that strategy and leveraging people inside of a company as a fintech company in this case, to do it across more team profiles, across more people inside of the company. And so what we did is we launched a internal creator program, or an EGC program, whatever you want to call it, where we onboarded now in total 6 people on top of Sam, so 7 in total, and helped them become active on LinkedIn. Max, how you doing?
Doing well. What can I say? I've been locked in by myself here for 2 weeks, and I'm loving it. Had a little bit of a slower day yesterday, maybe, where I didn't work till 9:30, but I'm back today.
Good.
Same old.
We'll figure it all out, fam, day by day. We have the ability to figure anything out. Let's get it.
Stay hungry, stay foolish, and then of course stay healthy, not just physically but also mentally, which means not too much social media, a bit more of nature and relationships. Enjoy people that you really like and also spend time with them.
Yeah.
But that's not my wisdom, that's just truth of life.